So, Chad McPherson, Josh Chaney, Matt has a taco in his mouth. What do you think, Chad, of Injustice?
It's pretty good, except for a couple little things like Aquaman summoning water and shit. I mean, the fighting, from what you told me, the story mode's pretty G. I mean,
It is. It's nothing original, but
it's pretty
nice.
cool. I just don't like the whole thing where everybody, you know, you got the slow people. It just seems, Aquaman just seems too strong. This is the only flaw. It's a pretty good game. I like it.
You liking it? And you're not really a fighting game guy, right?
No, not really.
No?
No.
Go ahead. Well, and Josh isn't really a gaming system guy. What do you have, a Nintendo?
Well, the original NES.
He's old school,
an Atari
retro.
2 flashback.
But, so
old-
what have you thought
old school.
about the feeling and everything?
Of course, yeah, Aquaman, way overpowered. First off, he's just overpowered. And he's Aquaman, so he shouldn't even be in the game, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, as much as they probably tried to make it so people would stop hating Aquaman, it's gonna make people hate him even more.
Did I ask you?
Let's go. He just interrupts Josh in the middle of his thing. Good job, jackass.
No, but seriously, just a second.
The big guys, I think, should be a little bit faster. They're not even a quarter of the speed or anything.
Solomon
They're
Grundy's
fucking
terrible,
ridiculous. I can't use them. These guys can use them a little bit better than me, but...
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at things like that too, though, the problem with someone like Solomon Grundy is I've seen someone play as him to where they got like an 80% combo on him, where they just strung everything together, and like you know how you pick him up and you're like Solomon Grundy, and you do that. If you do it right, I have no idea how to do it. I tried to look it up. You can actually make him grab and go Solomon Grundy, and then grab and go Born on a Monday, and you can actually do the entire thing. But I don't know how to do it. I've tried.
That would be cool as fuck, though.
But you can do the whole little poem thing that he has. But yeah, so.
But yeah, the gameplay, the fighting, because I've played all the Mortal Kombat and all that kind of stuff. Not the real new ones, but yeah, I mean, it's a good game. You know, good fighting. You got the stuff you get to play with, the elementals and all that kind of stuff. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that.
Being able to mess with the background kind of stuff is always
gives you
cool.
a little more.
Especially me knowing what all the background items were playing into
Right,
you guys.
of course, yeah. Having the advantage
I'm just like, did you know I can grab this?
Hey, did you know I can destroy this whole building?
So, Matt, was it fun getting your ass kicked?
It
was! That's really all that matters. Like...
No, I mean, I'm obviously shaking off a lot of rust playing a system I haven't done in a couple years, and I really wasn't good at system playing anyway before that. So, I mean,
Chad can second.
if I was gonna compare this to a game, obviously the closest game to it right now is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I of course love Mortal Kombat. In fact, when that first came out, that was probably the last time that we played it.
Yeah, I still play it. I still play it over at Sam's house. Yeah. Yeah, I still play it at Sam's house.
Too,
It's really fun. I'm terrible at it, but it's really fun.
Now, see, I'm better at this and horrible at this.
You're better
at this and horrible at this.
You know they can't see you pointing,
Yeah,
right?
but I'm better at that and horrible at this.
Okay.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go. That made a
Edit
little
that
more
in.
sense.
You guys didn't say
You
all
make
that
things
shit
flow. You
afterwards.
know?
You guys didn't say that shit afterwards. It made sense, and you could just
And
edit
cut.
Okay. Well, everything
Well,
that
once
Matt
you run
Dar
it through your
said.
brain 3 or 4 times, you know you got
I'll just edit this to where there's no Matt Darn.
Look, you.
All right,
I'm
Luke
for that.
Chad,
I'm
McPherson,
for
Josh Shetty, and all right, and the first battle
Just put
begins.
Brian Green's voice in. Hey, I'm Matt Dar. I know.
But yeah, like as a fighting game, Matt, did it stand up at all? Or
I mean,
I know you're only playing it for what, half an hour, So.
yeah, that's true. I will say that it's definitely going to be one of the funner fighting games once you get rolling with the game and everything, but as far as just starting out, I mean, you really gotta probably play the story mode through before you can get into online play and have a legit fun time playing this.
There's no way I'm going into that.
It's about time they made a game like this with these guys, though. I mean,
I know. I want to see a Marvel version, man.
I mean, they got Capcom.
Well, see, that's the one sad thing
Marvel
about
and
Marvel is going to be done with Capcom and everything,
Yeah.
and they're just going to make it all cartoony and everything when they make it. This
Look at
one
what-
at least got adopted by NetherRealm Studios, which I was happy to see. Finally get some blood squirting out of Superman's face.
Did they make up for Mortal Kombat vs. DC?
I think definitely they made up for it, even though there's not quite as much gore as there should be, especially with the
Yeah.
sinister villains that are in this game.
Still,
and the
kids still have to play
possibilities.
this, though.
And
man.
there
Kids
are
are going to be
still-
like, it's
which
DC Comics.
which
You know,
is
they have to
completely
keep it.
fine, and
They're darkening it up a lot. But,
Exactly,
I mean,
and see, what I don't agree with is if you're going to do that, go ahead and make 2 versions. One's that's rated T for teen, and the other is rated M for mature. If you're not going to let your kids play the mature one, fine. You won't have
It's
fatalities.
just like the old Mortal
we're
Kombat.
talking
you had to
we're talking
actually
about
turn
like
on
9,
blood.
10,
Right.
11
Have an
year olds.
option on it.
Teen
That can
does
make
not
2
fall in
separate
that
games.
category.
I mean, but they would almost have to, and then they would be sold in separate sections. So when they're selling it in the stores, say, okay, are you buying this for your son or daughter? Yes or no? Okay, well, this is the one that's more appropriate. This is the one that's for the adults, so that we can all have what we want, and then the parents don't complain. The parents
It's
go
still
and buy the
violence
mature
on
one,
violence, though. I mean,
which is
what do you
fine, but the
expect?
parents
Yeah.
got to buy it. The parents are going to buy it. They're
I
going
mean,
to know what they're
is
giving
it going
to
to
the kids.
cost more to have more violence in it? It's
No,
gonna be
no,
the
no,
same
no.
price.
All they should
No,
do
it's
is
It's going to have
Same
a
price.
little bit more
like the
blood.
old school Mortal Kombat games. They have it to where you can turn off the blood, or you could turn off. You can turn off the blood. In
Yeah, I said that 5 minutes ago.
They're just, well, that's how much I pay attention to you.
Yeah, exactly.
He hangs out with Josh a lot. Sorry.
But there's a couple things. One thing I really do like about this game is that all the characters feel like their characters. Like there are certain things that it's just like I wish this was done better. But you know, when you're playing Batman, you feel like that's something that Batman would do. When you're playing, playing as Green Lantern, you feel like he has the Green
To a
Lantern ability.
point.
And
Obviously,
and I'm really-
obviously it's limited.
and
But at
I'm-
least,
Right.
at least it's like none of them plays. You don't play Batman and be like, this feels like Green Lantern.
I will
Yeah.
definitely agree with you there. Because
That would be
was-
horrible.
That was one of the first things with the newest Mortal Kombat that's come out that I really discussed with you and Sam in depth one day, was that when you do play, you're playing as Sub-Zero, you feel how you're freezing people. You feel his combos flowing like Sub-Zero should, versus in the old school Mortal Kombat, it's like, okay, if you're a ninja,
Yeah.
you know you can do this move. Well, several other people have the same move, it just
Yeah.
looks a little different. With this, everything is really sort of his own.
It's all customized.
Which goes into one of
Exactly.
my
Famous.
big negative things about this, which isn't a negative thing, but I
A
really
big negative
wish
thing
there were
that's not
multiple super moves and stuff, because like the
I
super
agree.
moves are amazing, but I mean even if there were just 2 it would be okay. Like,
Right.
and it just picked one randomly, like you do the super move and then one of them would just start. But like the fact that you just have to sit through the same super move every time, and they're not going to add that in DLC or something, that's a whole
Right,
different
right.
that's a whole game mechanic that they left out, so they're not going to change it. But I mean, I guess I could just look at that as like a stepping stone. Hopefully
Well,
the next time they do a game like this.
I would also comment to say, the reason for not doing that is look how many people you have in here that actually legitimately do not have super moves.
I know.
Like Joker, Harley Quinn, Batman, Robin, they don't actually have super moves, and while everyone else does, I mean, it
You don't
makes
have
sense
to-
to put that in. I do like
You can do
how
other
you can,
things though with the Joker. He can, instead of throwing a pie, he could throw a bomb or do other things
right.
to, it doesn't have to be a super move. Just be different things.
Right,
Something
but I think-
powerful.
Yeah, something powerful. It
that
doesn't
looks
have to,
just bad.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Yeah. I'm glad though, because Josh especially here, I mean all of us have a little bit of background in it. I'm the least out of all of us, but Josh is a huge comic book nerd, or like he knows about it. It's not like he reads them every day, but he really knows that stuff, and just the fact that he didn't hate this game, that's a good sign. So everyone liked it though, huh?
It's pretty
Like,
legit.
pretty good.
I have
Yeah.
favorite characters.
I
and
mean,
stuff.
I'd say like Mortal Kombat. I played Mortal Kombat. I actually played Tekken more than Mortal Kombat back in the day. But you gotta love this more just because it's superheroes.
I know it.
I mean,
it
it
really
just makes
does
it
launch
feel
a
that
whole
much
nother-
more
because
badass.
it really is because we've all been waiting for a game like this.
Yeah.
So it's really good to see that they did take their time and at least got most of it right. There's obviously the little things that we'd like to see, but that's what they got.
I would expect them to actually be more.
more characters.
Characters?
Yeah.
I
I
was
would
gonna
love
say the
to
same
see
thing.
them
Yeah.
like full-fledged.
I mean, you look at
not
something
all
like
the back.
you look at something like Mortal
characters,
Kombat Armageddon that was like years old now. That's an older game. That game had like 100 characters in it.
But that's
Like, that
also
game was
years of
ridiculous.
developing into, you
Yeah,
got
but-
this,
Yeah, but I mean,
But there's already developed characters from a
exactly.
comic
They're
book,
all
so.
already developed.
But that's how
man.
they gotta make their money, man. I mean, they're coming out with
Of course,
Lobo.
of
They're gonna
course.
come out with 4.
Yeah, but they're coming out with one guy at a time, DLC wise, and I think there's only gonna be 4 DLC characters.
One guy at a
Oh,
time.
That means they're only adding 4 people to this game that I think has 24 people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they could have.
So that means there's only gonna be 28 people total in the end, and there's just so much we're missing. Like they got all the main ones, true, and they did.
I
they
mean,
did
to a
them justice.
point. I mean, you
But
know, you
there's
got the
so many
main
people.
4 or 5.
Right.
There's so many people.
got
Here.
the-
Martian Manhunter. There's a couple.
Dr.
other ones there.
Fate.
Dr. Fate.
I would love
I
to
like
see that.
Manhattan.
I knew he was gonna say it. Let's
Of
get
course.
Dr. Manhattan up here. And like it
That'd be
goes,
cheating.
it goes,
That
fight,
would
you
be
win.
cheating.
Or I mean, even
Fight.
Fight!
Rorschach.
The screen
He'd
just
be
turns blue. All right. There
Rorschach
you
in
go.
there, man. Just go around beating the shit out
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah,
That'd
you
be
know that
fucking
actually
badass.
that actually is a pretty good point. What if their DLC came out in groups
Exactly.
of heroes versus villain, like maybe 2 villains and 2 superheroes
That's not
from
probably gonna happen.
squads? You know, like
That's what they should do. But as far as I've heard, there's only been one person each DLC, and there's only gonna be like 4 DLCs. Terrible idea. But if that's what they want to do it, we shouldn't ramble on too long. But I'm glad everyone liked the game, so that's good. I've been playing it for like a week now, and I'm loving it. I'm still terrible, as you guys can tell.
I'd love to see this the storyline.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I
like
know.
to see
Single
that.
player. I bet that's badass.
You guys can play through it whenever you want. I don't care. But
Online, yeah, I'm not probably.
so we're gonna go
Get my
now.
ass
So
whooped.
do. I don't know. There's a song that's gonna be playing right now, and then the video's gonna end.